জাগো তুমি জাগো, জাগো দুর্গা, জাগো দশ প্রহরণ ধারিণী, অভয় শক্তি বলো প্রহরণী তুমি জাগো, জাগো তুমি জাগো। I invite you all to awaken, to listen to the story of Tulsi, the holy basil. Tulsi, the matchless one as she is known. Tulsi, the courtyard goddess. It is said that she is the threshold between heaven and earth. And it is also said that Brahma, the creator, lives in her branches. And in her stems and leaves, the gods and the deities live. And the tip of the Tulsi leaf is said to contain the Indian Hindu scripture, the Vedas. And in her roots flow the Ganges river, the holy Ganga. So this is the story of Tulsi. Thousands of years ago, a long, long time ago, when the world was brand spanking new, all the gods lived on one side and all the demons lived on the other side. Now, when this story started, there was a demon named Jalandhara, meaning born out of water. Jalandhara was a unique demon. He was formed from a spark of Lord Shiva, and Brahma, the creator, gave him form and named him Jalandhara, and also gave him boon that he would be completely invincible, and his wife's chastity and fidelity would protect as an armor shield. Now Jalandhara was a very powerful, strong young man, and he grew up to be a very powerful demon. Now Jalandhara's powers were known to the gods and they wanted to befriend him, but Jalandhara didn't like the gods. He wanted to be the master of the universe. So he fought with all the other demon kings and became the king of all the demon world. And Jalandhara fell in love with Kalnemi, another demon king, his daughter Vrinda. Vrinda was not only beautiful, she was very intelligent. Now Vrinda was a great devotee of Lord Vishnu, and she had immense yogic powers. Vrinda was a very pious girl, devoted, loving, and known for her virtue and chastity. Now Jalandhara was married to Vrinda, and Vrinda became a dutiful wife who loved her husband and who was completely pious, loving, devoted to her husband. And this gave Jalandhara more strength. When he was powerful before, he became invincible. Remember the boon that Brahma had given him. His wife's chastity and fidelity would act as an armor shield and cover him and protect him and make him invincible, impenetrable, and immortal. Now Jalandhara grew very arrogant, proud, and he wreaked havoc not only on the demons, but also decided to wage war with the gods, because he wanted to be the master of the universe. Now when the gods, the king of gods, Lord Indra, heard about this, he called his council of gods Agni, Vayu, Varun, and the river goddesses Ganga, Yamuna, and Saraswati. And they all conferred and they decided to approach Lord Shiva. Now Lord Shiva couldn't help them because he had created Jalandhara. Jalandhara was grown out of a spark out of his third eye, and that's a different story altogether. And he asked them to approach Vishnu. So all the gods went to Vishnu and sought his help and guidance. And Vishnu said, I'm in a dilemma. Vrinda is my ardent devotee. How can I betray her? How can I trick her? But he knew that evil had to be done away with. So he asked the gods to go to war and asked them not to worry. And when the gods were waging war with Jalandhara, and Jalandhara was killing the gods, since he was invincible indeed, Vishnu took the form of Jalandhara, disguised himself as Jalandhara, and visited Vrinda. Vrinda was a dutiful, absolutely obedient, unsuspecting woman, and she was puzzled because she knew that her husband was at war. But then when she saw him at her doorstep, she welcomed him as a wife would. She took some water to bathe his feet, and as soon as she touched his feet, which was actually Vishnu himself, suddenly the chastity, the belt of virtuousness fell off from her, and in the battlefield, Jalandhara lost his armor of invincibility. The gods were able to kill him and defeat him. When Vrinda realized Lord Vishnu's duplicity, the way he had tricked her, she was devastated. And she did not know why he had done that. She was a devotee of Lord Vishnu, and she had just done her duty. And the asuras, the demons, they ostracized Vrinda. They called her an unchaste woman because she had touched another man, and they drove her out of the demon kingdom. Desolate, devastated, heartbroken, and her trust broken with Lord Vishnu, she arrived at his house and called out to him, "Why did you do this to me? You were so heartless." But Vishnu couldn't answer her because he knew he had wronged his devotee, Vrinda. And the self-righteousness, the anger, she was roused in anger, and the Kali within her rose up, the Durga in her rose up, and she cursed Vishnu, and she said, "You are a heartless person, so will you turn into a black stone." And that's exactly what happened. Vishnu turned Vrinda into the holy basil, Tulsi plant, and she grew roots in his courtyard. And he deemed that no worship to him would be complete without a sprig of the Tulsi leaf. And to this day, worship of Vishnu is incomplete without the Tulsi leaf, the matchless one. Tulsi is a herb, and she could be compared to the edelweiss plant in the West. Tulsi has curative powers, can cure cold and cough, lung diseases, kidney stones, heart problems, blood purifier, and also an insect repellent. You will see in every Hindu household in India, there will be a holy basil, the Tulsi, the matchless one. So I end this story with this chanting mantra to the Tulsi. Katyayani Mahamaye Mahayogini Yadishwari Nandagopasutam Devi Patim Me Kurute